You always hate to hear the band stop, but we get to start our stream, so I guess it's not all bad news. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode, another edition, another issue of our ongoing series, our lovely stream together time, registered trademark. So welcome, everyone. Today is a very, very, very special stream day. I'm very excited about it. So as you may have guessed from the title, this is a Patreon launch party. So yeah, we got Patreon. I don't know. This is kind of exciting. For those who are interested, the link is in the description. I won't go on too much about that. I'll talk a little bit about it as here and there as we go on. But the big premise of this stream is that we're going to make a new Conlang to celebrate basically surviving in the stream game for almost 7 months now, so just over half a year. We've been doing it. Things have been growing really nicely, and we've been really gratified to see the community that's grown up, and all the great connections and people that we've met. So to celebrate all of that, blah blah blah, we are going to today make a new Conlang, which we'll put in our big world that we're building. And in this Conlang, we will be seeding the lexicon with roots drawn from the names, or if you don't want your name, something else maybe, of all the people here today. So that's the idea. That's what we're going to be doing. And yeah, chat, how are you? I'm seeing lots of people who are here. Wow. Welcome, everyone. Seeing some people here who this is their first stream or their first stream in a while. Very glad to have you with us. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should say maybe a few words about the whole Patreon thing. It's kind of an inevitability for anyone doing stuff online these days. Essentially, our kind of philosophy, Lucy and I, our philosophy with this channel is to just basically not compromise on the production value, and also not to compromise on the regularity and the quantity of the stuff that we're putting out. And so to keep it going and to make further improvements, we're opening up the Patreon thing as a potential way for people who are interested to contribute to the channel. Obviously optional. We appreciate you just tuning in and being part of the community. But if you do feel moved, there is that option now as well. And there are some fun things for people who do come on to support us on Patreon. We've got a Conlang textbook that I wrote. It's about 100 pages long. It's the sort of accumulated wisdom and quirks of a long time Conlanging, and so that's in there, and get access to all the spreadsheets that we use and everything like that. And we have some other plans too. So we are planning to increase the number of streams that we do, not necessarily on a regular basis, but every so often we're going to have little one-off streams at different times, because I know it's not always convenient to be around on Tuesdays and Thursdays from this time to this time, from 2 to 4 Eastern, whatever that is in your time zone. So we'd like to make things happen for other people too, in different parts of the world or with different schedules. And so we're planning to do additional streams. One's coming up this weekend. The first sort of out of sequence stream is coming up this weekend, which is going to be Old English themed. That's going to be fun. We have also things like interviews coming up. We're lining up interviews with some linguists and conlangers and language teachers and things like that, to try and show you things that you probably don't normally get a chance to see. Some languages that you might not have been exposed to otherwise. People who are doing interesting research or innovating in terms of the pedagogical approaches into teaching languages and cool stuff like that. So we've got all sorts of fun stuff coming up. And we're in this for the long haul, and so that's the philosophy. You may have also noticed, I'll keep with the spiel for a few more minutes, and then we'll go in. You may have also noticed that one of the recent uploads was a bit more tightly edited than you may have seen before. So I'm curious to see what everyone thinks of that new format, whether you like it or not, and that's something that takes obviously a lot more time. But if we get to a certain sort of threshold of support on Patreon, then we can spend a lot more time doing things like that. And so that's the little carrot that I'll dangle out in front. Otherwise, yeah, fun stuff. Thank you everyone for all the good wishes on the launch. Yeah, it's June 28th. It's the day before June 29th. It is a good day. All right. So I think maybe what I should do is, because we got a lot of people in here, I've got to put everyone's names down in this new Conlang. So I guess we should get started. So I'll welcome YouTube, and then we'll go. Okay. So YouTube, welcome. We are about to do something a bit fun for the community. Everyone who's here with us live today is going to collaborate with me, and we're going to make a new Conlang together, and we're going to put everyone's names in it. And we're going to have some fun with the phonology and with a sketch of the morphology and syntax as well. We're going to be using the power of randomness, and well, I think you'll see. Let's go in over to the where is the side webcam? There it is. Okay, so here we see before us a very large spreadsheet. Hello, YouTube. How goes? All right. So the idea is this. If you would like yourself put in as your name, why don't you do one of these characters in the chat? Maybe like, I don't know if this, how about this one? So this sort of, let's make that nice and big so that you can see it. And if you want something other than your actual name, put it after this little greater than sign. So I will make sure to get everyone that we have. So I see Lexington Reynolds. I'm going to just do this briefly now. Ship combo, lorem ipsum, Sotten, lemsip. Okay, great. Bane. Okay, getting everyone down. I see. Great. And if I miss your name due to my human frailty, just keep at me and I will see it. Unfortunately, Lucy's going to be away for the first half of the stream, so I'm on my own for now. Okay. I might just actually do some copy and paste. I think that would be a little bit easier. Superb. Okay. Did we get Raven? Excellent. Yeah. All right. Jansen with the affricate. Miriam, excellent. Welcome. Nemo. Now, okay, so Bigfoot here. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of names. This is like our, these are our seeds. Okay. Max Renotch. And I think we got everyone. Okay, so what is this? If you just have popped in, what we're doing is we're putting down anyone who wants their name to be part of this language's sort of core lexicon. Just put that little greater than symbol into the chat, optionally with the name that you want after it, and that will be that will be immortalized in this language. So if you didn't get, I think I see someone who said they didn't get in, you will get in. And I may, all right. Super, super, super. Oh, so cherry. All right. I think I got everyone now. Oh no, missed Aussie. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Lexington. Okay. So if anyone else wants in throughout, just put the little greater than in because you are greater, right? You are greater than the people who don't watch. No, you're all great. Everyone's great. But, you know, I do like you more than the people who don't watch the stream. But no, you're all great. It's totally fine. But you are great. Anyway, you're all equally great. So there we go. I think that's that. Okay. So now we have to figure out what we're going to do with all of this. If I missed you, I will come back around to the chat in a second, but I have to introduce the second ingredient of this challenge, of this celebration. So we are going to go to WALS, the World Atlas of Language Structures, and we are going to look at the 200 language sample. So the 200 language sample is a sample of different languages of the world that is used in WALS. WALS is a database of typological features of different languages. So it's a nice place to go and research the many ways that languages vary. The languages of the world vary in all sorts of different ways, and WALS is our best attempt to sort of catalog all of that in one place. And WALS has a lot of languages, but the 200 language sample is meant to be something that is both reasonably well distributed across the families and areas of the world, but also each of these languages is reasonably well documented. So we have 200 languages here, and you can see some of them as we scroll down. And the idea is that we are going to randomly select a few of them to mash up. So we're going to take the features of a few of these languages, mash them up together, and then that will be the sort of seed of this language along with your names. So 200 language sample, we are going to take some random numbers, and we're going to select the languages, and we are going to, we're going to mash it up. Let me just, now unfortunately we don't have the little number here. So this may have been slightly more poorly planned than I had hoped, but I can count, so that's fine. You can amuse yourselves watching me count. So what do we have to mash up? We have consonant system. Let's choose some things that are more or less independent. I don't want to make the strong claim that these things are totally independent, but I think that there is not as much of a relationship between the consonant system and the vowel system of the language as there is between some other things. So then we have consonants and vowels. We have basic word order. And we could also do something like somewhere along the analytic to synthetic range. Okay. So I think, did I miss someone? Okay. Yes, Brian. Welcome, Brian. And Osovsky. There we go. Cool. All right. So if you copy them, ship. You see the greater than symbol. Okay, so let's copy these in. See, the chat is so helpful. I have the best chat ever. Did I get everything? Yeah. All right, so let's get a new sheet. Let's see what this does. Oh my goodness, it's a thing of beauty. Okay. Well, let me get my camera slightly away from. Let's go back. Let's go back up here, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, so we have 4 different things to look at. Consonant system, vowel system, the basic word order, and, well, just word order stuff in general, we'll say. And whether the language is analytic, synthetic, somewhere along that axis. Let's get the text a bit bigger on the counting sheet. There we go. I'm finding that 18 is kind of the sweet spot. So we can see here. So we have the language code on the left. We have the name in column C. We have the family, and we have the larger family grouping in column E. So that's roughly what we're looking at here. Let's generate some random numbers, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. So we need 4. Okay. Drum roll, please. 163. I feel like I'm doing bingo or something. So first we have 163. That's going in the consonants. Then we have 149. Bingo vibes, right? Anyone play bingo? Is that something people play? I played bingo in French class a lot as a kid. I don't know. They always tried to get us to learn the numbers that way. Not a successful endeavor on their part, I have to say. All right, next, 125. Back you go. And finally, 76. Okay. Now. We have to go look up what these are. So, number 163, let's get this open in another tab. And let's put it side by side. And you'll have to minimize, or what's the opposite of maximize but not minimize? I don't know. People expect, when people learn you're a linguist, they expect you have a certain amount of diction, and it's not always the case in my experience, my personal experience. Sometimes the diction is absolutely lacking. Right, and then we scoot over here. There we go. Okay. So then let's... You can't see me struggle, but... Well, no, you can totally see me struggle, but you can't see me struggle at the moment because I'm trying to size this exactly the right... there we go. There we go. Okay, so that's how I know what's off screen and what's not. Perfect. So let's go back to the counting sheet. And let's look up our languages. 163 is Suena. I'm assuming that's pronounced. I do not know this language at all, but it's about to form the basis of our consonant system. It is in the Trans-New Guinea family. Cool. 149. Oh, imagine. We're so close. We're so close to Piral. All right. Now I have to attempt this pronunciation. Pichanchachara, I think. Again, not a language I'm familiar with, so we're going to learn some new things today, or at least I am. All right. Now, next, word order, 125. Mishtek. I'm assuming that's that X is a sh. I could be wrong about that. Chalkatongo. Chalkatongo Mishtek. Is that X an Esh chat? Do you know? And then, oh, okay. Yes. I don't know the different clicks in IPA. That's like my secret shame as a linguist, but I forget which is which. But this is going to be our guide. Okay, I need to IPA this. I need to IPA this because actually let's go to the IPA with sound. IPA chart with sound. Okay, does this have the clicks? No, it does not. Yes, it does. Okay. So this would be, let's look this up. How do I even look this up in, there we go, in Wikipedia. Right. Wow, okay, sorry, I'm going down a little bit of a side rabbit hole here because I'm curious. What is the IPA for this? Is that an ejective click? All right, well, let's investigate. Oh my. Well, there's something going on here. Orthographic history. Okay, we have to look at the orthography. You're actually kidding me. It's oh my goodness. That's a lot of clicks. But don't worry, we're using this for its analytic versus synthetic quality, not for its phonology. Okay, so this is... No, wait. Where is that sort of bar, the dental click in the IPA? What does that represent in this language? Oh my goodness. Can anyone see it? I can't even see it. Dental click. Okay, so this is it. So this is so this is a pre-nasalized. It's a nasal. It's a nasal glottalized dental click. Nasalized glottalized dental click. So I don't know if I did that right. And I don't know if anyone's going to help us do that. Let me see if I can find this pronounced. Well, maybe we can hear a speaker. That's so cool. Okay, won't spend too much time listening, although we could keep listening for a long while. And actually, the quality of that recording was pretty good. Okay, so let's scroll down because I've missed some decent amount of the chat here. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that documentation, that's a bit tough. All right, but nevertheless, we're going to learn some things. So here are our seed languages. So let's continue. Let's learn, what do we have? What kind of consonant system does Suena have? and I apologize if this is not in fact the pronunciation of this language. Maybe we can... I really wish that we had a bit of IPA here to help us out. Nevertheless, let's go back and let's take a look at maybe it has an inventory. Yeah. Or maybe, yeah, Foible has an inventory, 18 segments. So what do we have here? We have, let's make a little chart. Actually, can we just see the chart? There we go. This looks like it has all of them. I think this might be the dark mode messing with us. There we go. Yeah, right. Okay, so we have a very minimalistic constant inventory here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to move my webcam again. Oh, wait, you're not missing anything. All right, so what do we have? We have, in our labials, we have pub, we have m. What do we have? I think we're not actually missing coronals. We just have, yeah. For some reason, the support is not... In Foible, if you have any kind of diacritic on, it takes it out of the chart, which is kind of a shame. So we have a dental or alveolar nasal. We have TD. Looks like we have affricates. We have fricatives. We have a flap. Okay. So the affricate, we have z. We have fricative s. And we have a flap. Let's just copy that over. And then we have, for approximates, we have yeah. Oh, let's put that in palatal where it belongs. Yeah, so this is going to make the names kind of fun to adapt. All right, so palatal's here. And then we have the velar place where we have k and g. And I think that's everything. Oh, no, we have what as well. Let's put that back here. Superb. All right, so we have a fairly minimalistic constant inventory. Fun. Let's see what Pichanchachara, I think. Let's see if we get any. Pichanchachara is the English adapted phonology. Pichanchachara. Cool. All right, so let's see what their vowels are like. Soich. There we go. We have 3 data sources, or maybe 2 or 3 data sources. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So let's take a look at this on the chart. So this is interesting. We don't have anything. We have everything kind of a bit centralized, don't we? We don't have I, U, A. We have E, U, A. That's kind of interesting. And we have a few diphthongs, A and O. Whoa, that's really cool. We also have contrasted vowel length. So let's see if this is a quirk of this one particular analysis of Pichanchachara, and let's see the others as well. Because sometimes your analysis will, yeah, okay. So here we have an analysis which adheres more to the principle of the cardinal vowel system. So whatever the highest and most front vowel is, you're just going to notate it with E. and whatever the backest and highest vowel is, if it's round, you're going to notate it with u, with the u letter, and similarly for a. Not every language's transcription system adheres to this. Famously, English doesn't transcribe its low frontish vowel with this symbol a, but with the ae digraph for this one for conventional reasons. Okay, so yeah, interesting. And let's see what this analysis gives us. Yeah, it gives us much the same. So we have a 3 vowel system with length contrasts. So let's high. We don't really need mid. And then we need it always does this. Ruins the formatting once you insert something. Front, central, back. So we have E and E. Give me that length diacritic. You give me that length diacritic. There we go. E, 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 U, U, A. And this is, I think, what we're learning in this analysis is that their phonetic values are actually not so peripheral. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll transcribe them this way for our own ease. But okay. And then we had some diphthongs as well. We have I, ow, which we don't seem to have in these other analyses, but we'll put them in. Diphthongs. We have I and ow. Okay. Going to take a hydration break. 1 second. Okay. Returning to the chat. There's a question about syllabic resonance. Let's see. These are a bit small. I don't see them. Although I don't know if they would... I don't know if they... Oh, that's interesting. No. They're not syllabic. Interesting. Well, I also want to bring up another point. Actually, I want to bring up Moontoother's point, which is how are we working out the max syllable structure? I think that's also something that we can roll the dice on. So let's include that here. Syllable structure. So we get another opportunity to roll the dice. And where were our dice to roll? Here we go. 20. Okay, so what is 20? 20 is Baum, I think, which is a Sino-Tibetan language. Cool. Should give us some interesting syllable structure. Let's see what we can find. Baum language, primarily spoken in Bangladesh. Interesting. Not a lot here. So let's go to walls. Foible is just inventory, so it's not going to give it. It's not going to give that to us. So let's go up to Baum and let's see what it gives us. Syllable structure moderately complex. All right, so let's take a look. We know that it's moderately complex. I don't know if it's going to give us any more information than that. Using our Google skills. Baum. Okay. Looks like we found a we found a paper. All right. So let's search for Baum in here. Hello? Oh, Baum. There we go. Okay, it doesn't tell us a ton about it. So why don't we take the sort of generic syllable structure it gives for the language family as a whole. Let's see. So, I'm just going to do ultra fast paper skimming. I don't endorse skimming papers this fast. If you're in grad school, you should learn to read papers with the appropriate amount of care and time and lavish attention that you have when you're in grad school. So, you just sit down under a tree and really just soak it in. Just soak in the paper. But I'm not going to do that here because we are on the clock. So what do we have? We have... Yes, we have, okay. Either just a C, a single consonant onset, or it could begin with an obstinate liquid cluster. Okay, so that's good. So let's go back here. Syllable structure. So we have C. Let's put R. So this could be R, Y, W. No, this could just be R if we're following this. So we have a consonant. We have R. Open syllables could have a long vowel. Okay, so a long vowel. No, I've done it now. A long vowel or a diphthong. So why don't we just call this VV to notate long vowel or diphthong. And the first consonant, is it optional? I just assumed it was optional, but it may not be optional. Yeah, maybe it isn't actually optional. Interesting. Diphthong, triphthong. Closed syllables not ending in a glottal stop because we don't have glottal stops. But we have here a short or long vowel and can be closed with any of w, y, r. So we have basically two options. We have open syllables which have to be heavy, so a long vowel or a diphthong. Sorry, let's zoom in the paper a bit. W, y, r. What else could it be? A nasal, so mana. A stop, pataka. Maybe we'll just have them be the voiceless stops that it can end with. Okay, great. So basically anything but s, z, p, b, p, d, b, d, g. Okay, so special kinds of things can only a limited, what I'm trying to say is only a limited selection of consonants can end a syllable. All right. No empty onset. Yeah. All right. So the initial consonant is mandatory. What time is it? Oh, I should put in a cut for YouTube, right? Let's cut for YouTube here now that we've made the decisions about the phonology. And then we'll get back to adapting some things. So back to the full screen, YouTube. Always a pleasure to have you. Come back soon. We will make some progress on this little language, and we'll have to think of where we're going to put it in the world of owls and chickens. But more on that later. Until next time, YouTube. Okay. Yeah. Chat. How are we doing? This is fun. always love starting new projects. This is kind of probably a character flaw. It's much more fun to start a new project than it is to continue an old project, but there is a kind of joy in continuing and developing our more mature conlangs. So that's another public service announcement. Don't abandon your conlangs just because another thing is shinier and newer. Okay. So you can play that back to me when I start disobeying that advice. Now, I'm going to take another few minutes here to let people who have come in just recently, because I see we have a good many people who have come in. Welcome, everyone. If you want your name added to this conlang, put a little greater than symbol. I'll show you. I'll show you the way. Put this greater than symbol. Let's make it big. Into the chat with your name, the name that you want added after it. If you don't want any, if you just want your display name, then by all means just put the greater than symbol. Echoed words. Your conlang is sitting there waiting, just looking imploringly at you, like, develop me. Just another morpheme. That's all I ask. Okay. I see some things going in. Asino augi. Okay, I'm going to put these in the break so that YouTube isn't too bored. Fugu. All right. Porky, the cat, is being added. Sparsh, Zelda. Excellent. Okay, why did that randomly show up in a different font size? Lorem ipsum. Where did that go? Here. Fixed to leaf. Tim. Super. And soon Lucy will be joining us. And she can tell me if I've missed anyone. Phil Hughes. You're in? All right. Please, sir, I want some more morphemes. Chorizo, yes, you can. Zuish. You're in. Mako. Okay, you're under Cherry, right? So yeah, Mako. All right. Okay. I will look again in a minute or two if anyone else wants in. Otherwise, I'm going to do a little YouTube intro for the second segment, and then we'll move on. AC Kaikus, just to Kaikus. And is it said in the like classical reconstructed pronunciation way or in a different way? Let me know. Right. So chroma. Mako. Okay, we'll make that long. Chroma. When we do each adaptation, I'll probably missay some of these names, and just feel free to correct me with the IPA in the chat as I go. Yeah. Okay. So, Osric. Okay. Aussie to Osric. Great. Where? Ah, yeah. Here we go. Look at that. That's beautiful. Mako. Okay. Everyone's good. Yeah, if there's anything, just let me know. I'll look over the chat again in a sec. But for now, I'm going to welcome back YouTube, and then we'll keep going. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back. We are making our community participation / fan service Conlang. Everyone who's here in the chat today, we're all celebrating, and we're all getting our names into this Conlang, which we've been making by randomly throwing together different languages and seeing what happens. So that is the plan. Let's go back right into the side webcam and keep going. All right. Thomas. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that happened. Superb. Okay, so now we have made, go back over here for a second. We've come up with a language to base the consonant system on, a language to base the vowel system on, a language to base the syllable structure on, a language to base the word order on, and a language to base the sort of analytic versus synthetic nature of the language on. And we've gone through and we've made our consonant inventory, our vowel inventory, our syllable structure. And now we need to say a few things about word order and about the sort of morphological typology. So is it an analytic language or a largely synthetic language? So let's look at the language we have chosen. Mish could be. So Chalcatongo Mixtec. So I need to find the walls entry on that language. Heavens to Murgatroyd, where are we? Oh, here we go. So let's go and see what walls has to say. For the phonologies, it's better to look into something like Foible, which is the database I showed you here, foible.org, which has great database of inventories. And then for the more morphological and syntactic stuff, walls is kind of the gold standard. So let's take a look at the word order. So let's go down to, let's see, word order. Here we go. And so here we have a delightful assortment of word order features. And so we're just going to copy them. So here's what we have. Oh, who in the chat said they wanted VSO? Because we got it. VSO. So we have VSO, VS, VO. Okay, that's incorporated into VSO. The obliques come after the object. That's another one. VSO. The random number spirits are with us today. Although if they were really with us, we would have had Pirahan for something. But I digress. So we have prepositions. We have noun genitive order. We have noun adjective order. We have noun demonstrative order. We have numeral noun order. We have noun plus relative clause. We have, not sure why these are separate. Why is this a separate feature? Let's look. Sorry, I'm just going to zip through this so that I can satisfy the curiosity. Postnominal relative clause. Oh, okay. So this is about if one type is predominant or if there are other types, internally headed relative clauses, things like that. Okay, that's not important for us. And then let's see. No question particles. No question particles. Initial interrogative phrases. Initial subordinator. And so this is referring to, what is this referring to? Yeah, so things that in traditional grammar we call subordinating conjunctions. which depending on your theory is going to be called something different. So they've given a very broad and general term here, adverbial subordinator. Great. So things like because or if. Fine. What else do we have? These are just combinations of other features, so we don't have to worry about them. Okay, so these are our word order features. Kind of fun. VSO. VSO does seem to be something that is fairly rare cross-linguistically, but it pops up in certain little hotspots. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Raven, no empty onset is kind of too nuts. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. For things like for adapting our for adapting names and things, we could probably put in a glottal stop. Or we could say that phonetically there's a glottal stop, and we have the possibility of an empty onset. Let's just say that rather than put in a glottal stop. Yeah. There will be a phonetic glottal stop for fans of the glottal stop. Okay, so great. So these are our word order features here. VSO order. Kind of cool. I like VSO languages. I think Irish and Scottish Gaelic were my primary subject of research for a long time, so I've got a lot of love for VSO. Okay. I'm going to do a quick hydration break. Yeah. I love this bottle. It holds so much water. This is a habit I picked up when I was in grad school in Arizona. I went to the University of Arizona for grad school, and that's in a city called Tucson, which is a very hot place and a very dry place. And if you don't have a gigantic bottle of water around you basically at all times, you run the risk of dehydration. All right. So, Raven, you meant non-empty. So to allow non-empty, non-glottal stop. Okay, there are too many negatives there for me to parse. There are echoed words. There will be a con culture for this as part of the larger world building project, but I think because this language is going to have such deep ties with the community, I think we might want to meme up the con culture that we build for this language. So I will leave that. I will plant that in your fertile imaginations, and we will see what madness comes from it. All right. So, what are we doing next? Oh yes, we have to talk about where are we? We have to talk about the morphological typology. Yeah, here we are. So what sort of morphology do we have? Do we have largely analytic morphology? Do we have largely synthetic morphology? Oh, don't make me say it. I think so, and the language we're using for this is, and I'm going to just get the Wikipedia article up here. Wouldn't it have been nice if there were just a little slight IPA right there? But nevertheless, we have to look at the orthography, the many different orthographies. So we have a J first. So this is je. So jou, and then we have this nasalized, glottalized dental click. So jou, oh, Juan. Juan. I think. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. So we need to look at the where is it? Let's find it. There we go. We need to look at the morphology section of walls for this. So here's what we're going to do. Let's get some space down here. So locus of marking in the clause. So zero marking. This is interesting. So this is, let's take a look. So we have head marking languages. So we have basically two arenas in which we can talk about this marking. We can talk about it within the NP. So do you mark possessors or possessed nouns? And within the clause. So do you mark things like agreement on the verb, or do you mark the participants of the clause on the noun? So things like case. And there's been some work to sort of correlate these two differences. So if we look at locus of marking in the clause, let's go in here. So this is a convenient term, as it's a convenient one-word term for what's known as head or dependent marking. So in head marking, the verb agrees. So the marking for the different participants of the clause occurs in the head of the clause. So that's the verb. It's not it. Here it is. That's it. So you have third singular, third plural. The boys threw a rock, presumably, because if it has singular, on top of the house. And so instead of marking boys as nominative and rock as accusative, you have just agreement on the verb. Dependent marking is when you have the clause participants marked on the noun, the identity of the different clause participants marked on the nouns. Am I explaining this correctly? Or well at all. So here we have ergative and absolutive case markers on the nouns rather than having agreement marking on the verb. And then of course you can have double marking where you mark agreement on the verb and you mark case on the noun. And then you can also have no marking, which is the situation in our language, which I will not attempt to pronounce. So that's that in a nutshell. Locus of marking, head dependent marking typology. All right. So, yeah. So anyway, we have zero marking. Either on noun, in the clause or within the noun phrase. So that's interesting. My little sum up statement. So that's interesting. Prefixing versus suffixing in inflectional morphology. So there's little affixation at all. So this is taking us towards that analytic direction. Let's see. Case syncretism. Well, since we have zero marking, we can't have case at all because case is an instance of dependent marking. And so if we have zero marking, we're not going to have case marking. So this feature is irrelevant. Similarly, verbal agreement marking. This is head marking. If we have no head marking either, then there's going to be no syncretism in verbal agreement. So this feature is irrelevant. Number of genders, 5 or more. I kind of want to figure out what's going on here. Let's look at that. Now, it's probably, it's not going to tell us about this language in particular in walls. It just has a value for it, but maybe we can see something in. Here we go. So nouns are grouped into noun classes based on animacy and species. So these are the genders, noun classes. So 5 or more, it's actually exactly 5. And so we have class, and they're just called class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. So here we have person, dog, meteor, a different word for meteor, and forest. So who knows what the semantic basis of this is? I'm sure there is one. But like all of these noun classification systems, they both have a semantic basis and frequently just go completely, have exceptions and have things which are only in one noun class because they have a particular ending. That's pretty common with these things. I don't know if it's going to tell us anything more about that. No. But anyway, that's something. At least we have five or more genders. Let's keep it at that. It's a non-sex-based system. Let's see. Systems of gender assignment, semantic and formal. Let's talk about this for a second. This is kind of what I was getting at a second ago. So, let's see. Zoom down to where it talks about... Yeah. So semantic gender assignment is when there's something in the real world that's being tracked. So there's, if you have a system based on a noun class system based on different types of animals, and you have, humans in one, dangerous animals in another, non-dangerous animals in a third, and then inanimate objects in a fourth. So you have that kind of system. If it's a semantic assignment system, that's going to be fairly rigid. You're not going to have things that don't belong in that. If it's a dangerous animal, if it's conceived of that way, then it's going to be in that noun class. If we have the opposite of that, or the alternative, is formal assignments. So things like if it ends in this consonant, then it goes into this gender system. Things like that, or if it has this affix at the end, like hen in German, giving always neuter nouns, even if the semantic content of that neuter noun is girl, like Mädchen. That's kind of a classic example. So that's formal assignment of gender. I'm kind of going through a lot of stuff right now, but hopefully it's let me know. Stop me if I don't make any sense. Yeah. Okay. So what we have here is semantic and formal. So it's non-sex based, but it's semantic and formal gender assignment. So that will look something like German, where you have some things. So the gender system is tracking something non-linguistic, let's just say, something social, and although it's doing that, on the one hand, you also have these exceptions where anything with this one suffix is going to go into the neuter gender. So that's this combined semantic and formal system of gender assignment. What else do we have? Yeah. Oh, we've already gone off of morphology proper, but this is kind of fun. Let's say we have a pluralclitic. We have definite articles. We have indefinite articles. Kind of a thing I don't often do in Conlangs, but let's do it here. Yeah, let's leave that for now. Let's go down to verbal categories. So we have perfective versus imperfective aspect. We have no tense. So no past or future tense, no perfect, no inflection for tense and aspect. That's kind of cool. All right, that's enough. That's enough, I think, to take from this language. I saw a suggestion to roll for kind of super segmental stuff like stress and tone. I think that's a great idea. Let's do it. So stress, tone. And let's put where now I've opened too many tabs. I don't know. Does anyone else have this problem? Yeah, I you know, from what I know about your chat, you have this problem too. You must. There's no way. I'm sorry if I'm making assumptions here, but there's no way someone who's into conlanging and linguistics doesn't have like 5 billion tabs open. It's just a fact of life. All right, stress and tone. Let's go back to our list. And we got lists, ahoy. Where on earth? Okay, here we go. The last one. Generate. 32. Number 32. What is it going to be? Number 32. You are Chukchi. Interesting, interesting. I don't think we're going to be dealing with tone here. Not that I know very much about this language, but I know where it is or where it's located. Not entirely a tonal hotspot. Let's see what we have. No tones. We have fixed stress on the first syllable. So put it here. No tone, fixed stress, first syllable. Stress, fixed, initial. No weight sensitivity. No tones. Yeah. All right, so hopefully that didn't disappoint too many people. All righty. Let's forge ahead. Okay, so we have a good list of features. Thank you so much to our inspiration languages for allowing us to mash them up like this. This is cool. So we have a VSO language with a relatively small consonant and vowel inventory and a relatively restrictive syllable structure with fixed initial stress, which has no case or agreement marking whatsoever, and a 5+ noun class system that is not based on it's not based on sex. So this is where we are. I think I will take a moment. I'll give our YouTube friends a break, and then we'll start adapting some names and start assigning some meanings to things. Okay. All right, YouTube. Where are we? Here we are. YouTube, thanks again for joining us. Come back next time. We are going to start adapting some names from the chat into words, into roots in this language. Actually, into words, because we're not going to have any much morphology to speak of. So, see you next time. And until then, thumbs up. Okay. Ooh, I'm catching up on the chat. So we won't allow vowel hiatus because we have... Oh, no, we will, because we changed our mind on the initial consonant. So I guess we will allow vowel hiatus, or we can at least. That'll allow us to have some fun. Sutton is saying VSO often has a secondary word order when auxiliaries occur. Yeah. So VSO word order is usually derived from usually from SVO word order. So in some types of clauses you'll get SVO word order. Yeah. How is the syllable stress? Oh, echoed words. So this is interesting. Stress itself can be realized in different ways in different languages. So some combination of higher pitch or lower pitch, higher volume, a greater length, Yeah, these are the phonetic correlates of stress. There isn't a consistent phonetic correlate of stress though. There are, because in different languages that prominence, which is kind of an abstract thing, gets cashed out in different ways. Lexington, the stream did not end. We're just saying goodbye to YouTube, because what we do is we take the whole stream and then we do little segments in it and we chop them up and put them up on YouTube. So I always like to wish our future YouTube viewers a farewell before we switch on to the next segment. All right. Excuse me for 1 second. I am going to rehydrate. I'm going to arrange some windows, and then we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we're back. Okay, what happened? What happened? SM, you watch it? You watch in 2x speed? Yeah, I do that too. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting. I do this with a lot of podcasts, and the whenever I hear the narrator not sped up, it's super weird. But I was listening to an audiobook, 1.25. Each narrator has a kind of different sweet spot. And what ended up happening was the narrator sounded kind of like one of those 1940s news broadcasts. You know, it's kind of, I don't know. There's a sort of weird clipped quality to it, which I should probably be able to describe better, but nevertheless. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so yeah, there's Echoedward, you're right. There is something off about the little animation on the Be Right Back screen that is actually, it's always been there, and you're probably the first person to have said something that I've seen anyway. So very perceptive. That's something that is on our to-do list to fix. It has to do with video formats and encodings and things like that, which which, I don't know anything about. I try to remain blissfully ignorant of some of these things. Just keep me in the spreadsheets. That's where I like to be. All right. I sound a lot calmer at normal speed. Well, for the Patreon, we did a video, and actually, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, by no means, if you are subscribed, stay subscribed. Just look in an incognito window, and you'll see the new channel trailer, where I'm, talking to the camera, and Lucy did a great job of cutting so that it's that sort of YouTuber speed, and I seem so hyper. It's all like, well, there we are. Okay, well, okay, no, next we're gonna talk about this. It's like it's very sort of chirpy and hyper, bouncing all around. I thought I was more chill than that, but apparently without the pauses, I become quite the hyper person. All right. Oh, Lucy's here. Welcome, Lucy. Yes. Yep, we've been having fun. Yeah. Editing's an interesting thing. So we've been thinking a lot about, given that we put together this Patreon, we're trying to think about sort of the future of the channel and all the things we want to do. There are so many things we want to do, and some part of that includes these tighter edits, so that when you're watching, if you choose not to watch the stream, if you choose to watch the individual episodes, then it's a little bit more concise. That's something that we may be able to do in the future if we have the resources to divert more time to the channel. Yeah, it's loosen time. Okay, so now we have 40 minutes left, and we've got a lot of names to adapt, and I've got a lot of things to mispronounce, and I see no reason why we should delay anymore. So I'm going to say hello to YouTube, and then we're going to jump in. Just before we do, Max, do you have a preferred adaptation of your name? If you have a preferred adaptation, as long as we can fit it into the phonology, then by all means, feel free to throw it in the chat once we get to your name. And same goes for semantics. What we're going to do is we're going to Swadesh. We're going to use the Swadesh list. So if you have a preferred meaning on the Swadesh list, then jump in. Otherwise, I will assign you one as we go. So, Sparsh, you have to leave soon, so we can get to your name first. Okay, so YouTube. No, wait, I'll do that again. YouTube. That's more like it. Welcome back. We're about to go in, and we're about to create the first words in this language by adapting the names of the great people in the chat right now into this language. So, let's go over to the side webcam, and here's what we have. On the right, and I see that I'm in the way again. There's nothing new there. Oops. Wrong button. That's fine. A little bit of music for everyone. Okay, so then here's the Swadesh list. We have we have 100 words here. This is the version with 100. Oh no, sorry. Let's use this one. This is the 100 word list that we'll use. We'll use the Swadesh 100. Can we fit all 100 on screen? Let's try. Almost. Maybe if we just zoom out a slight bit. Okay. So here are the words that we're going to be adapting. Here are the names that we're going to be adapting. And let's get all of these into one column. And let's begin. Okay, so we need the We need so many things on screen at once. Okay. And then let's just play with the... Let's hide these for now because we're not going to be doing much grammatical stuff. Hide. There we've got our phonology to the side, and we can start. Okay, so the list has some funny things in it. If it's something that would would make anyone dislike the channel, I may exercise some executive judgment. But yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. We got a super chat. This is the first time. Oh my goodness. Thank you. So, okay. I need to find... Make birai a word. All right. It will be a word. It will be. Oh, thank you so much. This is awesome. Getting off to a good start. Okay, so Sparsh, I said you're first. So do you have a preferred adaptation, or shall we just go? I'll start working, and you tell me if you have a meaning in mind. So Sparsh, we're going to have to break up that constant cluster. Something like maybe si par. We'll just romanize this with an R. Could be something like si parsi. Yeah, that works, I think. Hey, and my camera doesn't block anything too much. Water. Okay. Done. You're in. Okay. Ah, that's right. We can't have open light syllables. So si parsi. MZ, thank you. All right. All right, we have another name request here. Cicinho, is that correct? Let me know. Okay. Sprechenfuchs. Do we have you up here? We don't. All right, so you can be a louse. Okay. Oh, you're Tim? You want to be Tim? That works. So we can give you team right now. That works. Okay. Oh no, we have two people who want to be lice. Pixel, remind me. We'll make two different species of lice. Remind me which one is you, Pixel? So I'm gonna gradually get through here, and it's gonna be totally disorganized, and it's gonna be great. Kaikus can mean sea. Sulien can be rain. Oops. And for anyone we don't get to, by the end of the stream time, I will add your names. Well, I'll revisit the chat and see what I've missed, and we'll add your names in. Stand, Adrian. Okay. Okay, so Cherizo, you want to be the moon? So you are Mako, right? Okay. Max can be sing. Cool. I'm gonna have to do some alphabetization here, I think, as I'm suffering. There we go. Okay, so Nimao, heat of the sun. Why not? I'm going to do the names first because I think that's the easiest for me to just look over here all at once. So I don't know. How am I gonna elect to pronounce your name, Pixel? I could go with Skiurium, or I could do Shurium. I don't know. There are so many options. But yes, you can be Owl. Sutton, where are you? You're going to be first person singular. Lexington, you can be the sun. Okay, I'm looking up a little bit. Leaf to be key, and Birai to be the stars. Yes. Excellent. The Kens. I'm going to put you in here. There we go. Echoed words is going to be the word for thunder. Fugu, fish. All right. Raven, heart, or love. Raven. Maybe there's some polysemy there for you can have both. SM. You can be, yes, dog. Oh, SM. Remind me, what did we have down for you? What name do we have down? Thomas Green. Matjahadra. What did you say? Feather? Okay. Birai, instead of stars, should be the second person singular. Is that right? Okay, Lucy. You can get on this too, Lucy. You can be eat. Devin can be poem. Yeah, if we could also go outside of the Swadesh list, but it's a nice place to start, right? Okay. So Birai meaning being second person singular. Okay, so does that have sorry. I've got a lot of stuff coming in the chat here. Noah's getting in. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch this back and if I missed anyone, I'm deeply, deeply sorry. I will. And I see Galactic Sand wants in. Okay. Tagi Umkisi as a polite greeting. Oh, I love that. Tagi Umkisi greeting with Tagi as a short form. Great. Let's I'm just gonna give us a bit more space here. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay, who did I... Okay, so Cicinho. Something cool, boat related, like galleon or fisherman. Yeah, let's put in... Where are you? You're up here. So something like fisherman, maybe. And... Be right. Is that where it's from? Oh, you're gonna have me laughing like the time with the chicken poem. Okay. Okay, Raven, let's put you in. Raibin. I think that's great. Raibin. Lucy, Lucy, they made a meme. They're making a meme of the fact that the animation freezes. You know how when we have the animations, it sort of like slows down and then freezes, and no one noticed it up until now. Well, people have noticed it. All right. Okay. Okay, Thomas, you want to be rabbit? Yeah, we can go off list. That's no problem. This is just here for inspiration. So birai can be. So do we want stars, or Lorem Ipsum asked for stars, but wait, or I'm happy to do whatever, but just let me know if there's some consensus. Okay, Cicinho. All right, so let's adapt this then while we're here. CC. Where did we have it? CC. Cicinho. Something like that. Oh, no, we don't have yo. Yao. Cicinho. Cool. Asino algae, unpredictable human. Sure, why not? So we need this to, how are we going to adapt this? So we have asinu algae. And this is an unpredictable person. Great. Or specifically a human. Okay, stars wait you. So this is a very polysemous word. Oh, you? Okay, great. Request for Yang from the Discord. Yes, okay, I hadn't forgotten about Quain. So how is that going to go? We can turn that to Yan, I think. All right, porky, be hair or fur. And this would be something like pauki. I think. Let's keep going. Satan. Satan. Sorry. Yan. Yeah, Yan can be person. That's a good reference. Mako, Macau. Yes, I agree. Macau meaning moon. Thomas Wood, Tamisu ta. I think, as we don't have voice stops in the coda. So let's Tami Suit. That looks a bit like Inuktitut, actually. Tami Suit. Okay. Brian to be Bayan with no preferred meaning. Rock on. Right. We don't yet have a word for good. I don't think we do. No. Nemo. Nimao. Birai. Or birai, right? We have initial stress. How do we explain unpredictable person if Yan is person? Well, we have words in English we have phrases in English like the black sheep of the family, which refers to a person without using the word person. So I'm assuming it'd be something like that. Reiki Town. Oh, Lexington, Reiki Town. Except we can't have Re, so Rai. Town. Raiki Town. Raiki Town. Right? Because initial stress. All right. Ayatu meaning liver. That sounds good. And we just have to lengthen these vowels. Ayatu. All right. Yeah, an unpredictable person could be like a wild animal, a wilde gaya. Shout out to anyone who knows what that means. All right. Yeah, yang is the tribute to Quain. Unfortunately, sadly, the tone is lost. Okay. Wait. Someone said wait. Who said wait? Lorem ipsum. Okay, I'm waiting. What am I waiting for? Tagi om kisi. Yeah, this is. We can have some world building fun with what these mean. Zuish. Yeah, where did that go? You were at the end at one point. Oh yeah, no, you're at the start now. So how are we going to adapt this? So we'd have this something like suisi, and we can have that mean leaf. Okay. Omkisi. Yeah, omkisi can be good. No, we already have good, don't we? Someone put it. Am I losing it? That could be good. Shiny could be white. Oops. Wrong place. White. All right. You wait for the stars. Satan. Oh yeah, we could use z for z. That's a good point. So, zuisi. I like that. Any other opportunities to use that? No, I don't think so. Right. Okay. You don't want the z? That's suisi. We don't want anyone called sewage. We are going to have both definite and indefinite articles. So anything we can use one of these for any of those. Why do I have Tim twice? Anyway, but we should probably keep those articles fairly short. So if someone wants their name to be one of the articles, you will be used very, very frequently, but you may end up worn down phonologically. Okay. So kaiku, to see. Okay, where are we? You want it to be demonstrative, but you'll probably be 3 syllables. Well, moon truther. What we could do is we could have moon be the demonstrative and truther be another word. We could just give you 2 words like that something. All right, so chorizo. Now, aren't you already moon? Do you want to be an article too? All right, moon truther. So yeah, let's adapt moon truther. So we have moon truther. Actually, we can do true. We could do something like moon trusa, which actually is not that far. Okay. So Mako. So here's what we could do. If you want to be an article, chorizo, why don't we take Macau as moon, and then we can take chorizo as the thing that gives us the article. Oh, thanks for joining us, Sparsh. Glad we got your name in early. Siparsi. Great. A great addition, meaning water. Okay. So why don't we do that? So birai. so birai can be birai. I'm losing it. Birai birai. So we need two articles. One of them's going to be B. Birai is going to be something else. And then the other one should come from chorizo. Maybe we can use zai. So chorizo could be, we could either do zairi sao or sairi sao. And what we could do is just chop this. So we have B and zai or B and sai. Okay, so yeah, Max. Ordinarily, it would have to be long, but if this is a clitic, then maybe there's flexibility in that. I think for now, though, we'll adhere to our because think of English, right? The is not really a valid English content word. It can't be used on its own. It has to be a clitic. So the cat, it's not weighty enough to stand alone. So B could be similar to that. So it could have two forms. It could have like a short vowel form when it's cliticized and a long vowel form when it's not. So this is some article, and this is some adjective, maybe red or something like that. I don't know. I'm just looking around here for an adjective. You see the red stars, birai, 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 birai. Or birai, 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 I guess would be better. And then we could have maybe sai be the other article from chorizo. Okay, could we replace porky with fur or feather? Cool, okay. Fur, feather. Got it. Moon is this and trusa is rock. Excellent. Okay, so let's add a new. So moon is a demonstrative, meaning this. Proximal demonstrative, and trusa is rock. Brilliant. Birai, 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 birai. Oh, zai rather than sai? All right. Great. Got to use the z. Rai could be golden. Okay, let's make it golden. So what would birai, 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 birai? What would that mean? So this is a VSO language. So V, S, O. And what are our various meanings of birai? Birai. Birai. That's what the issue is. Birai. Stars, weight, and second person singular. So So this would mean like weight, second person singular, the golden stars. So you wait for the golden stars. You await the golden stars. No, wait. We have noun adjective, don't we? Yeah, we do. So instead of an adjective, we could make this a numeral. So rai could be 9. So you await the 9 stars. That would work. Yeah. Okay. Is this a developed language or a proto-language? Unclear at this point. I think since we've been doing a lot of forward conlanging, we might make this a developed language. We might make this a present day language, and then do some backwards reconstruction. That would be kind of fun. Okay. All right. Yeah. Where were we? Okay, I have some work to do. I'm going to... So Devin, we need to get Daibin, I think. Sulien. Something kind of like Suri. Suryain or Suryin. Maybe that would be the best adaptation. Leaf could become leap. I think that works. Jansen, I remember, requested the affricate. So, Dansan. Oh, did I put in a coda S? Did I? I'll find it if I did. Aidzian. Ooh. For Adrian. Where did Adrian go? Aidzian. Aidzian. That's kind of nice. Zansan. Oh, Rai meaning more than two hands. So 10 plus. So the you await the dozens of stars, roughly. Because exactly the 9 stars, the 9 owls, the 9 corners of the world, you know, are the pieces coming together? Is it all falling into place? Do you see the grand plan? Okay. Some of the words are pretty long. It's true. But that's fine. That happens. Let's assign some more meanings. Oh yeah, I have to decide what to do, sciurium or shurium. Let's Yes. Let's try it both ways. So sciurium would be something like siciurium or M. I think M works at the end. Siciurium. Quite long. And if we did shurium, we would have something like Siurium. That's kind of nice. Or siurium. You know, with hiatus here. And of course it does that, but nevertheless. Siuri. Okay. I like that. Siuri. Where are the short vowels? The short vowels cannot occur in open syllables. That is part of the phonotactics of this language. So sadly, we don't have the ability to do short vowels in anything other than things like satan or suriyin. Okay, Max. Marinuk. Where are you? Where are you? Max. I don't know where you went. Maybe I'm just missing it. Oh no, I put it in IPA, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. So Marinuk. And Max, did you have a particular meaning in mind? Lengthen me. Apologies. Siuri. Colin, stick to Phonotactics Challenge 2022 edition. Rated impossible. Okay, we have more to do. I'm going to just go through. This has become very disorganized and disorderly. I'm going to have to do a little data sort. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go down. Max, we need a meaning here. What I might do is leave out the meanings for anyone who hasn't had a chance to give their opinion, in case they had to go off and do something else, and maybe they can leave in the comments what they'd like their meaning to be. But I will do the phonological adaptation. So Bane, I think that's clear. Bine. Bigfoot. So we can have Bigput. That works. Bigput. Brian, we have twice. That's probably just an error on my side. Chroma, we can do Krauma. Krauma. Devin, we have twice. That's probably another error on my side. Echoed words, been very patient. Okay. Sutton, you want an auxiliary as well? All right. Sutun. Some sort of ox. Big Prut. Why would we have an R in there? Big Prut. Okay. Shiny. Asinu Augi to Asinu and Augi. Sky dark. Okay. So dark. There we go. I don't know why we'd have the R in there. But if you wait, Nima, are you Bigfoot? I'm getting confused. Okay, we'll leave that for a second. Echoed words, been very patient. I'm focused. I got it. So here's what we would have. We'd have something like cow. Something like cow words. How are we going to do that? Ikautwadzi, something like that. Ikautwadzi. Ikautwadzi. That's good. I think that's nice. Fugu Pyu. Pugu. Bayan to be rope, root, or both. Rope, root. Love it. Wait, are you Bigfoot? Lucy, feel free to use that. Okay. Oh, we're almost out of time. Oh no. Well, I don't have to leave right that second. Let's get galactic sand. Galacticsan. That's kind of cool. Lemsip. Rhymesip. That works. Lucy. Rusi. Oh yeah, Pugu. Yeah, you're right. We don't have the ability to do that, but we do have the ability to do Piugu. Maybe we'll have something like vowels in hiatus. The first one shortens or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Maya Sadra. Yeah, I like that. Maya Sadra. Maya Sadra. Maya Sadra. That's beautiful. Miriam. Now. Maybe Nawa. Nawa. Diphthongs are allowed, but we only have ow and I. Asausuki. Yeah. We'd have to lengthen some of them, but Asausuki. Asausuki. What is happening? Well, we've been making a Conlang and we've been putting everyone's names into it. So if you want in, just say so. Hosamulas, if I'm pronouncing that right. Just Pugu then? All right. Where did it go? Pugu. That's nice. Osric. Something like Asirik or Ausirik, depending on which what that vowel is like for you. Ausirik, I think that sounds kind of nice. Yeah, we can add Colin as well. Karin. Or Kaurin, depending. I find for me that vowel, that is a bit round. Ooh. Raven just coming in with a really interesting idea here. This is a language that we can evolve backwards and forwards. Why not? I like that idea. Chat, what do you think? Ausrik. Yep. Sri is valid. Ausrik. Okay. Make birai, meaning I'm waiting for the stream to come back. All right. The Kens. Oh, I know. I saw the Kens. You said something earlier. It's way past me on the chat. Could you mention again what you wanted yours to be? Sakainzi, maybe? Sakainzi? Kaurin, the second person formal. Oh my goodness. Okay. Why don't we put it as plural, which is used as formal? And what else do we have? Hosam, meaning sword or spear. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So to get H, we might have to go to K. We don't have an H. We might lose the H and go awesome, which kind of sounds like awesome, which is, I don't know, kind of nice. Awesome. Ausric is valid. So this meaning sword or spear. Oh, yeah, that's true. Amsiki. All right. Oh, you wanted it to know. Excellent. Sakainzi. To know. Tim, we have a double of Zelda. So we could do something like Zairida. And I think that everyone's now adapted. Got their name adapted. If I've missed someone, please let me know. Not everyone has a name, a meaning assigned. So what I will do is I will announce on Discord. I'll come back and I'll talk to the full camera. I will announce on Discord that if you want your name in and you weren't able to come, feel free to just plop it in the Discord and I'll add it. If we added your name and it doesn't have a meaning, let us know what meaning you want. And yeah, this is fun. I have been grinning like a silly person the entire time. So I guess I can't believe 2 hours have passed. We have the makings of a little language that's going to go somewhere on our world, which is tentatively named the Owl Chicken World at the moment. At least it is on my website. So I'll do the final farewell to YouTube. Right now, YouTube, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been a wild ride. So come back and see what we get up to next. We'll see you next time. And chat, thank you. This has been an absolute joy. Not only thank you just for today, but thank you for this entire past 6-7 months that we've been doing this. You've really made it worthwhile, and you've made it an absolute pleasure. Something I look forward to every week, coming and being able to spend this time with you, and also on Discord and in the comment section on YouTube. It's really truly a joy. And today, being our sort of Patreon launch party, the purpose of Patreon is basically to enable us to keep doing this for as long as possible. And that's my sincere hope. I think it's, and I don't want to speak for Lucy here though, but I think I can confidently say it's her sincere hope too. So if you do get a chance to check out that link for the Patreon, it's in the description. You may find the little reward things of interest, but if not, it means everything to us that you're watching, and tell your friends and all that good jazz. Laura Mipsum, thank you so much for the first super chat. That's so cool. And otherwise, I think it's time to close the book on a successful expedition into the wilderness of conlanging. This has been a joy. Thank you again. We will see you on Thursday, in 2 days from now, where we will have we're going to be returning to the call family, and we're going to be working on case in depth, and we're going to have fun with that. And I know Satan's going to have a lot of fun with it too. So until then, see you around the Discord, see you around the internet, and keep conlanging. See you next time.